Hey guys, Joe here. Been a while, and last month we hit 10 years of YouTube. 10 years of doing anything is a long time, let alone 10 years of talking to yourself on the internet. So I figured I'd kill two birds with one stone, give you some content as well as celebrate a big milestone by doing a throwback video, something I haven't done in a long time, and that is an EDC pocket dump. And when we say EDC, we mean it. A lot of folks these days define it way too broadly to basically encompass everything. This is my normal everyday carry items that I carry with me every day to the park, to the grocery store, to the mall, those kind of normal mundane things. This isn't a militia riot combat setup. This isn't a zombie apocalypse prepper setup. This is not for natural disasters, tech bro, office work, none of that stuff. It is truly everyday carry. And it also goes along with my everyday carry dino dad bag, so to speak, that we're going to do a whole separate video on just because that has changed a lot over the last year or two. And so there's just tons of stuff to talk about there. And that video will come later on, maybe in a week or two if I get time. Now, getting into it. First of all, thank you guys that have been around for 10 years. That is just a crazy amount of time to listen to someone like me ramble. Just truly, thank you. And we're going to start off with something that isn't technically everyday carry, but it's where I put all my everyday carry stuff. This is relatively new to me over the last couple months. This is the Rickshaw Bags EDC Caddy. I would highly recommend, if you're in the market for an EDC Caddy, you go with Rickshaw because there's tons of customization in terms of inner material, outer material, sizing. This is our largest size, the 8x8. It can't even fit on screen here. This is amazing, and it's not riveted, it's just buttoned or clasped, so you can actually fold this flat, put it in your luggage, put it in your bag when you travel, and bring it with you, and that's really nice. It doesn't get any risk of damage, it doesn't get any risk of taking up too much space, folds flat, super durable, super duper awesome. I lay this in my office, and when I come home, I put all my stuff in here. When I get ready to leave, I take all my stuff out. Really, really love this thing. Moving on to what I keep on my hands, I do wear a watch. I'm not a smartwatch guy. I just like to know the time and the date, and that's it. And that's exactly what this does. This is no Omega or Aries. This is a Citizen Eco Drive Garrison, I believe it's called. It's simple. It's relatively affordable. I think it's just like a $200-something watch, depending on the day. And it keeps amazing time. I've compared it to some friends' Rolexes, and it's very similar. It's, plus minus 1 to 2 seconds, and I only change it every other month, I think. And that's just because of the date window. It keeps really great time. I really do enjoy this watch. I hated the default band, though. The default band sucks, so I just got a random Velcro one off the interwebs. On my other wrist, yes, I do wear a paracord bracelet, but this is not just goon bro fashion for me. It's actually utilitarian. I've used this to repair shoelaces, bootlaces, snowshoe laces, hold up kids' pants who forgot a belt or broke their belt when I broke my belt, tying things to my pack, tying things even down to a car at one point. This is only 6 or 7 feet of paracord for at least the outer strand, but that's still enough to tie something down really quick if you need an extra tie down. It's really great stuff, and I've really enjoyed it. I got the original one from Rocky over at Rock Eastwood. I'll link him in the description below. It's just a really nice piece of kit. Unfortunately, don't think they make these anymore, but really the only proprietary bits are the clasp and this here. You can always find replacements on the internet. I do wear rings, not so much in the outdoors, but for everyday carry, if I plan on working with my hands or getting really dirty, I'll wear this Thunderfit silicone ring. They're cheap. You can get them on Amazon, huge pack of them. They're very much nice, comfortable, and being silicone, they're not really a degloving risk. Normal everyday carry, I will wear this. This is from a small American maker who I unfortunately cannot remember the name of, so do check out the itemized list of stuff in the description below. He is a really cool dude and makes a lot of cool stuff. This is obsidian cut carbon fiber, so it might look uncomfortable if you see the pictures on the internet, but it's nice and smooth over. You can see my pinky here. No damage there, no damage there. It's very, very comfortable. I've had no problems with it whatsoever. And it kind of gives you that look a lot of guys are looking for, that masculine look, so to speak. You get a nice thick black ring, but without the degloving or difficulty of removing risk with tungsten carbide and other materials. This is some really great stuff. And it's incredibly lightweight compared to metal rings. I really, really enjoy it. And being carbon fiber, basically reacts to nothing. I really do enjoy it and highly recommend you check him out. He's got some cool stuff. Moving on to what I keep in my front left pocket. First and foremost would be my phone, which I'm currently recording this on. I'm not going to tell you what it is because of security. Other thing I carry are wallets. I have tons of different wallets. I'm not a wallet snob by any means. I just test a lot of things. You guys don't get to see most of what I test, but I have been testing out these 3 wallets especially. This is a Flowfold Essentialist wallet. Been carrying that for a long time. EcoPack 200. Love it. This is a flippin' EDC wallet made specially by a wonderful friend of the channel and personal friend in real life. mic over Dickinson Trading Post, multicam exterior, bright green interior. It's basically a 2-pouch wallet. Really enjoy that. And then I've got these two that I've been testing from Lunar Concepts. You probably don't know about them. They're kind of niche, but these are X42 or X50 type things. They come in multiple different camo patterns. I obviously love multicam black. If you're in between the two, get the Kirigami over the Kiri Light. It's so thin that this basically becomes irrelevant. This is a really great wallet for minimalist bifold carry. These are the three I'm currently bouncing between. If you're interested, maybe I can do some wallet videos. It's not really my thing, but if you're into it, I will do it. Moving to my back left pocket, I carry bandanas. I'm not a Hank guy. I'm an old school farm boy, so cheap cotton bandana. I use these to wipe my face, wipe my hands, and that's about it. But I do have a Hank here from a wonderful woman on Instagram, Blue Elephant Hanks. This was just a really cool cut of fabric. It was a one-off she had, and I immediately said, hey, I need that, and bought it right away. This is just a really cool kind of nautical theme. I'm really big into like Treasure Island. That's my favorite book of all time, so I just had to have it. And because I can't see shit and need glasses, it has microfiber on the back, which is really great. So if I, carry my glasses and want something a little bit schwanky, I'll bring that with me. Moving over to the right pocket, in the fifth pocket, I will carry a lighter, usually a Bic, but it's wintertime right now, so I'm rocking a Zippo just because, and this is a formerly polished brass one. I have a couple different Zippos, but this is the one I carry the most. It's an Armor one, and the cool thing with polished brass is it takes on its own unique personality. Every single one will be different as it wears. A lot of people really like the wear pattern on mine. It just comes from how I hold it. I usually will pinch it like this and do that, or I will hold it like so and do that, and it's just something that I've had for a while. You can see from the tarnishing on the insert, it's gotten a lot of use, but I just really like Zippos. If I'm going to use that, I do have a petrol fuel lighter. A lot of people have asked for it because you can't get them anymore. I don't carry them. It's just kind of a collection piece now, but it is a really cool thing if you can ever find it. Also, in the right side of the pocket, I'll carry my pocket knife. My most carried folder, probably of all time, but especially in 2024, was this guy here, the Benchmade Bailout. I've had this for years. You can see in EDC use, it wears very well. The scales are starting to decolor a little bit. It's picking up blue from the blue jeans, but I believe Cerakote on the blade has held up great for EDC usage. Maybe a little bit of wear down here, but not much. I don't think this is a black class knife like they call it. I've had a lot of hardcore use, oil field guys, military guys just completely snap the blade on this. But for everyday carry, I would recommend it if you've got the money. It's just mine came with a ton of quality control issues. So that is just something, unfortunately, you have to accept if you buy a Benchmade. Their quality control has been garbage since 2008, and apparently they don't care to fix it. And dumbasses like me keep buying from them. So it'll probably continue. However, this is just a really nice lightweight knife. I really like it. Definitely more than the Bug Out or the cheaper version of the Bailout. This is awesome. Moving on to other knives. I have taken up in 2024 carrying fixed blades on my belt. Not necessarily every day, but quite frequently for like an EDC defensive thing. I've been experimenting with it. I've had a lot of wins, a couple losses. My favorite one of all time was the Compliance Edge Henchman, but I ended up selling it to pick up this guy. I have a video on this. I do believe this is the Compliance Edge SVM. It's not quite as comfortable in hand as the Henchman, but it is something that is more concealable just because of the curved handle. It doesn't, stick out like a broomstick, so it's a little bit nicer. And it has this little pecker right here to catch your hand. It just draws and carries so much nicer. It's an expensive knife. This is like $340, and when mine came out, it was one of only 10 in the world, so it was very rare at that point. I think it still is under, 100 of these specific ones made. It's just a really, really nice knife, though quite pricey at, I believe, $340. It's not going to be for everyone. But Yanni over at Compliance Edge, he does amazing work. Probably one of the best small makers in the world right now in terms of quality and materials. He does an amazing, amazing job. Moving on from there, I've got a couple other knives that you might see videos on coming up. This one, maybe not. This is the Dagger and Knot Mini Mad. This is a great alternative to Compliance Edge Henchman. This is only $210. The current Blackout Henchman is like $330, so you're saving over $100 by going with this. It's Magna Cut, just like the current iteration of the Henchman. It's a nice concealable size, very similar in overall profile and use and design intent. The only problem with this so far that I've seen is the Cerakote is not very well applied. Like, this hasn't even really cut much. It's only been drawn, and you can already see on the high points it's starting to wear off. It just, whoever did their Cerakote isn't quite experienced enough or was rushing. It just isn't that thick, and maybe they did it over some decarb instead of polishing the blade. So it's still definitely worth the price, $210 shipped, or if you want to buy it from me, because I think I'm selling this right now, $180 shipped, $190 shipped. It's great for that, but if they raise the prices, I would maybe second guess that. Another thing, if you've seen that I've shown off the TKL Bushman, I also have the TKL Night Stalker here that we'll eventually do a video on. I might trade this out for something else, maybe get another 003. I had one and then sold it, or I might get the Nighthawk, which is the Tonto version of this, but it's a really nice ring knife. I'm not a big ring knife guy. We'll make a video specifically on ring knives. But the cool thing about this is you don't have to use the ring like a lot of other designs. So pretty cool. We'll be talking about that eventually. And then my newest pickup that I'm currently testing is more of an EDC outdoors fixed blade. This is the Terra Knives Forester in Magna Cut. Really nice flat ground spear point blade. Very thick, kind of heavy. But this is awesome for like a companion knife or a trail knife. If you're carrying a hatchet or an axe especially, I quite enjoy that. And that's kind of just what we're rocking right now. I do a lot of gear testing. I don't show you guys most of it, but I'll talk about some of it over on Instagram. So if you want more of me, since I'm not really doing a lot of YouTube right now, you can check me out down there. But there's just a lot of stuff I go through and test for personal things, professional things that doesn't end up getting recorded or photographed. So I got a lot of gear I rotate through. This is just kind of what I'm rocking right now. And again, this is all kind of in companionship to my EDC Dino Dad bag we'll be talking about in the hopefully near future as I get time. We've got some family stuff. We've got some health stuff that I don't really want to go too in depth into just yet. I need to wait a little bit to know more, but we've got a lot going on. We still are here, still trying to get a hold of you guys. Thank you for 10 years of YouTube. Some of you have literally been around the whole time. Some of you have still been around 5-6 years, which is crazy. I'm not that cool, but you guys have stuck around, so it's been really great. And some of you guys have your own channels and make your own content. I've seen you guys go from start to where you are now. Amazing. There's really great folks out there that make really great content. Just to name a few, Factor 85 Labs, Rick over at Atwood Threads, or you might prefer Richard. We've got Rocky over at Rocky Eastwood Outdoors. There's just so many cool guys. Singing Toad up in Canada. I'll list a bunch of guys down below. Gideon stuff that you guys should go check out. If you like me, you're going to like a lot of them. They do really awesome work. And it's been really cool watching what they do as well. My favorite part about YouTube is the community aspect. And so it's just been really cool to have 10 years in the EDC outdoors emergency preparedness space. It's just crazy. I don't know if I'm going to be doing it much longer. I just got a lot going on, but it's been a blast, and I've got a lot of cool stuff coming up, hopefully this year, as well as one surprise, which has been an EDC bro goal of mine since day one, and a company kind of reached out and is making it a reality, and I'm just really stoked to be able to share that with you guys. Hopefully soon. But until next time, check me out on Instagram if you want to get a hold of me. Also, the email down below is a real email. It's just anonymized, so you can get a hold of me there. We'll be coming out with some more videos soon on those knives as well as my dad bag. But again, just thank you guys. Stay safe, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next one. Toodles.